Okay, this is the controversial parenting tag. So I wrote down some questions that were on the other videos. So that's what we're gonna do. First question. Pro-life or pro-choice? I am personally pro-life. I don't believe that you have the, no matter if you create the baby, I don't think you have the power to take it. Just abort it because you're not ready to be a parent or whatever the case may be. That's not your decision. That could be the future president you got there. You don't know. But I don't feel like you have the right to abort. Maybe, okay, so if there was like, the ultrasound showed that that the baby was brain dead or something like that, that'd be totally different. But just to abort a life because you're not ready, no, I wouldn't do that. Here, writer. But say you don't think you're ready to have a baby. There is so many women and parents and fathers that would love to have a children, but they struggle with infertility. So if you're not ready to have a baby, even though if you have sex, there's nothing else rather to expect. If you're ready to have sex, you're ready to be a parent. So if not, you use the proper precautions, otherwise you'll get pregnant. But if anything other than abort, adopt your baby. There's parents out there that struggle. They want children really bad. Circumcision. I personally agree with, we circumcised him and we're for circumcision. The chances are of a boy getting a urinary tract infection is way higher if they're uncircumcised. And if they decide they would want to get circumcised as an adult, it would be way hard. And way more painful than it would be as a newborn to get circumcised. And they're not going to remember it. An adult, a grown man, is going to remember it. So, no. I agree with circumcision. Ear piercings. I think it's best to get their ears pierced as babies so they won't pull on them and tug on them and get them all infected. And plus, when they're older, if they're like, I want my ears pierced, they're too scared to get them pierced. And if they decide they don't want their ears pierced after you get them as a child, they can just take them out and they'll close up. So, adoption. I would adopt, but I wouldn't personally put my child up for adoption because I just wouldn't. But I would adopt a child. Yes. Breastfed or bottle fed? Oh yeah? I breastfed Ryder for about 3 months, and then I was no longer supplying enough milk, and I got mastitis really bad, so we stopped and switched him to bottle. But as long as your baby is a fed baby, then you're doing great. Sleep training. He sleeps in his own bed, but with his crib being in our bedroom, it's not really an option right now. But when we move it out into a separate room, yeah, we'll try sleep training to self-soothe him. But as of right now, no, we're not sleep training. But if you sleep train, bravo. Spanking. I do believe a child should be disciplined when they're doing wrong. Otherwise, we're going to have a bunch of disrespectful little hoodlums running around here. So, yes, I believe in spanking. Oh, you're okay. Yes, I believe in spanking, but will I try to convince his dad to do the spanking? Yeah, but no! Trying to knock the camera off. Here. You want this? Anyways, home homeschool versus public school. I would love to homeschool him because of all of the bullying going around. But then I think that if we do decide homeschooling, he would definitely do like sports and art and music or whatever those classes. I would want him to do those in public school, which you can talk to your school district or whatever, and you can have him do it like that. But if I did that, that's what I would do. But I think I will personally just send him to public school, and if there's issues, then we'll discuss homeschooling and stuff. Co-sleeping. If you can co-sleep safely, then do it. But if you're worried by any chance that there's any chance that you or your partner is going to roll over on them because they're a deep sleeper or whatever, then just avoid co-sleeping at all costs, because there's tons of risk of suffocation and stuff while co-sleeping. So there are objects, little bed things you can use to put them in so they don't get rolled over on. But if you can't co-sleep safely, then don't do it. Vaccinations. This is probably one of the biggest things. I personally vaccinate Ryder because I feel like the latest epidemics of stuff have been since there was the big discovery of there was something bad in one of the vaccinations, and then there was a measles outbreak over wherever it was, or all that stuff. There are vaccinations that if you don't read the ingredients that have bad stuff in them, so make sure you do your research before you vaccinate, because there are some vaccinations that I'm like, he doesn't need this, because there's no need to put that into his body. But for stuff that's like illnesses and stuff, yes, we vaccinate for. Cloth diapers or real diapers. We use real diapers. I did consider cloth diapers. Austin said no, that it would be a lot more to work with than what it was worth. But I think in the future, maybe I would try it. It depends. Like, especially if your child's super sensitive to all kinds of diapers, which he can't use certain types because he's got sensitive skin. But I think if that was the case, then yeah. And plus, it would save you a lot of money. So if you can do cloth diapers, I applaud you. You're doing great. Because it is a lot of extra work. You gotta, but yeah. Good job. Store-bought versus homemade baby food. We do like a combination. Most of his baby food is store-bought, but I'll give him peas and carrots and bananas mashed. Well, he doesn't need them mashed up at this point, but we'll give him that stuff. Here. You're okay. But I don't think there's anything wrong with store-bought baby food, and if there is, we had 100% plans to make his baby food, and I'll still try to make homemade baby food for our next little one, but he's doing store-bought. Baby wearing, like, I don't know if this is like the little baby pack things that you can get to strap onto your chest, because if that's the case, yes, I 100% baby wear. Not at this point, because he's getting heavy. So I don't right now, but I have baby wore while doing dishes, doing laundry, and it has been very convenient and very helpful because it's just easier. Well, that's all of the questions. So yeah, that's my controversial parenting tag. So tune in tomorrow for something. Maybe not tomorrow. Tune in again for something new.